Enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts.
Hello YouTube. I'd like to tell you some prison food stories, cooking up meals and stuff. Before I do, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. If you like this prison content, and that's what I always do. It's always on here. Hit the like, share, comment. I always try to answer all the comments. Okay, so let's get into this. Always in prison when you're cooking up, with your friends or whatever, and people you hang with, there's always going to be one. Always going to try to get in the car, Hey, can I get some of that? Can I get that burrito? Can I get something? But they don't want to chip in. They don't even want to put in a 29-cent ramen soup. So, one day, me and my cellie, he's my partner too, he's making burritos. And he says, he's going to come and ask for a burrito. He said, so I'm going to go next door to this old man, see if I can get some of his laxative pills from him. So, he does that. He gets like 4 of them, I think. And so we made these burritos, and I was telling him, I said, be careful, we keep these burritos separate from ours, Sure enough, here comes the guy. And he said, yeah, Kevin said, yeah, we can give you a couple of burritos, man. We give him a couple of burritos. And later on that evening in the wing pod, here in Missouri, they call them wings. People passing food around, passing stuff around, playing cards, and on the phone, showering, whatever, He's down there talking to somebody. And all of a sudden, he just takes off almost running to his cell. And he comes back out, and he comes over to me, and he goes, man, that burrito didn't make me feel so well, And Kevin's just laughing, he's off in the distance just laughing, and it wasn't long, he's gone again. And he goes, man, I ain't feeling so good, And he went like 3 or 4 times at night. Anyway, I had a cellie after that, and so we made pizza, the old, where you use the ramen noodles and crackers, and you put them in a chip bag, and then put hot water in there, and then when it soaks up, and then all the water, and then you flatten it out so it's square like the chip bag is, So we made some pizzas for me and him, and we made some for a partner of ours upstairs in his cellie. And what you can do is, you can make these real long by taking another chip bag and putting it at the other end, But we had 2 small ones, about chip bag size for them. We had a long one for us. Well, the one guy going upstairs spills his on the stairs. And there's a guy underneath doing pull-ups. These stairs have like holes in them, that was made in them. It's the way it was designed. And some of that pizza fell down on the guy, and he was mad, and he's telling the guy, you shouldn't have tried running up the stairs with them pizzas, what the hell's wrong with you? And there was almost a fight over that, but there wasn't. So they decided to return the favor. About a week later, when canteen day came, that's when everybody cooks up a lot, is on canteen day. They made a pizza for us, except they made it tuna pizza. I've never heard of a tuna pizza, but they made us a tuna pizza, and Marcelli did not like tuna. So he said, I can't eat this. So I ate as much as I could, and I just couldn't eat no more, you know. And so we had a little bit left, and here comes that guy. So I see you guys eating pizza. I said, I wasn't even thinking about the other time, you know. I said, yeah, you want this, man? Yeah, there's a little bit left. You can have it. He goes, I don't know. You know, you give me them burritos at one time, and I had a bad experience with them. So he wouldn't take them. Find some, you know, we was able to give it away, you know. There was another guy. There ended up being like a bunch of Mexicans in the wing, and they liked our burritos too. One of them liked them better than the ones they made. But there was this one guy, older Mexican, and he made he called it candy tamales. I'd never heard of that before, but they were good. When he gave me some, and they were good. But I went back up several years from when I was in Farmington. And this, you know, I'm a farm boy, so this will tell you how much I really know about drugs. You know, I didn't know nothing really. You know, I mean, I knew a little bit, but not a whole lot. This guy that dealt in drugs comes up to me and he says, "Hey, Harvey," and my nose is itching for some reason. He said, "Hey, Harvey, I know you work in the bakery." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Can you get me some baking soda?" I said, "Sure." He goes, "Yeah, you know, just a little bit, you know what it's about." I really didn't know what it was about. You know, I didn't really care. If he's gonna pay me, I don't care. So I went, and like a couple of days later I was able to get it, and I brought it out. And when he sees it, you know, I called him over. When he sees it, he says, "Wow, man," he said, "I wasn't really expecting that much." I said, "Is that too much?" He says, he goes, "No, I'll take it," you know. And he's laughing. He said, "Wow," he said, "that's a lot." He goes, "Man," he goes, "give me a minute. I gotta go back and get more money for you." And I'm confused. Why, you know? And he looks at me. He goes, "You don't know what this is for, do you?" "No, not really." He goes, "Well, I'm gonna let you think about it a little bit." He said, "What I am out in the yard? What do people know me as?" I said, "The drug man." He goes, "Right." I said, "So," and he goes, "You use it, you mix it, and you cut it with it, you know?" I said, "Oh." I still really didn't know what he meant by all that. But he goes back in, and he comes back out with another guy, and they have packs on them. And they start handing me these packs. I said, "Wow." He goes, "It's worth it, man." And so I had them in my waistband, you know, and you're allowed to have one open pack and one unopened pack. So I had one unopened pack in one pocket, and I opened one, put it in another pocket, you know. This is stupid, but you're only allowed to have one open pack and one unopened pack, you know. So that went back in with them. And I just wanted to back up and tell that story a little bit, you know, to kind of show so you guys know how naive I was and dumb I was, you know, stupid, didn't know shit. But anyway, back at Licking, before I got a job in recreation, I worked in the food service warehouse. And, you know, I got money in from the outside, but if somebody's going to offer me money to bring something in, and especially if it's somebody I know and cool with, I'll try to do that, you know. So back at that time they had ground beef. And so I'd bring them in some ground beef once in a while, you know, and maybe charge them a pack. We're allowed to have crock pots back then. No longer allowed to have that. If you have one already, they let you keep it, but they no longer sell them in the canteen. It's little small crock pots. So people put them in their crock pot, this ground beef in the crock pot, and cook it like they did pretty much everything, you know. So there was this one guy that was jealous and would be in the wing, and anytime somebody was cooking this ground beef, he'd real loud, "Smells like McDonald's up in here." Well, I brought some back from me and my cellie. We was going to cook up that night, and another guy, and this other guy says, "Man," he said, "that dude says one word." He says, "I'm gonna go out there and check his ass." And that's what happened. Dude, man, real loud, "Smells like McDonald's up in here, all this ground beef." And that dude went out there and said something to him. He said, "Man, are you trying to draw heat on us?" He goes, "No, I'm just saying it smells good up in here, you know." He goes, "Man, you just need to cut that shit out. You're doing it on purpose." And the guy said, "Well, I'm just saying, you know." He goes, "You don't have to say it. You don't have to yell it. You know, everybody knows what's going on, but you want to draw the cops in here." And so they got in a little argument. The dude says, "You know, I'll fucking beat your ass, man. You know, just go to your cell and be quiet, you know, or something. You know, go somewhere. Just don't be yelling that out." And I thought there was going to be a fight over that. But that guy never did do that after that, you know. But that's a few stories I have for you about food, you know, canteen and cooking up, you know, and different things. You know, there's different things we could buy, you know, like chili, summer dogs, and a lot of depending on the prison, but these are basically everywhere. Some ramen soups, and you know, if you want to get in a car, you know, offer put in some soups or something, you know, something cheap. People usually let you in, you know. You know, and I didn't mind, like if I had a cellie that didn't have nothing, I didn't mind sharing with him, you know, as long as he didn't like take advantage of it. If I was cool with him, you know, "Here, you want to get in on this?" Sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't. Mostly the thing I had was people wanting like tobacco, you know. And if I was cool with them and they was cool with me, you know, we got along good, and they was out of tobacco or didn't hardly get any, you know, usually they wouldn't hardly ask me for it, you know. Usually when I'm rolling up on it, I'd offer them one, you know, or a couple or whatever. Or they may ask for one first thing in the morning or something, you know. It seems like everybody wants a cup of coffee and a cigarette first thing in the morning. I know I did, but you had to be careful with these guys that, you know, they ask you for a roll and you give them a roll, and, you know, cigarette roll or something. And then next thing you know, you give them an inch, they take a mile. They just ask, and then some of them will get mad when you finally say no. You know, "I can't do it no more." You know. But nastiest thing I ever saw was people picking up butts off the ground outside. But I got off topic here. This was about food, and tobacco, to my knowledge, is not food. So thank you guys for watching. And hope you guys enjoyed it, and share it if you would. See you next time.